A swimmer out too far in a strong undertow. He's too tired to make it back to the beach. At popular beaches like here at Daytona Beach, Florida, each lifeguard is part of a well-organized and efficient team which can mobilize in seconds to deal with emergencies. Constant vigilance and good communications along the beach bring a support team to help with the rescue. An excellent demonstration by skilled lifeguards. The community swimming pools and lakes in your town may seem tiny compared to that huge beach in Daytona. But the principles of effective lifeguarding are the same everywhere.
Flag is down.
You may not need two-way radios to communicate between guards. But you'd better have a telephone handy to contact the rescue squad, a doctor, or the police department. And those emergency numbers should be posted right here by the phone.
I can tread for about 20. If I rode, I got so sore.
You may not need rescue trucks to get around your facility. But you should have rescue equipment ready to handle emergencies. A first aid kit is a must. Blankets, stretchers, backboards, reaching poles and lines also should be handy. And of course, guards should be thoroughly trained in first aid skills. Your guard towers may not have to be 4 stories high, but guards should be stationed on elevated stands high enough to see their assigned areas clearly. And it's important to be able to see clearly below the surface too. If you can see a 7-inch black disc on the bottom of the deepest part of the pool, you'll be able to easily spot any swimmers at that depth. This is also a good indication of the cleanliness of the water. To help keep the water sparkling, clean, and sanitary, swimmers should be required to take a hot soap shower before entering the pool area. And this rule should be strictly enforced by pool staff. Most people think of lifeguards as lifesavers, ready to leap into the water at a moment's notice to bring back swimmers in trouble. And this is an important part of the job. But the main function of the lifeguard is to prevent accidents and injuries. Preventive lifeguarding involves strict enforcement of pool rules and an awareness of the danger areas and hazards at the swimming site. Ladders can be danger areas that demand special attention. They should never be used as gymnastic equipment, and guards should be quick to enforce rules against this sort of activity. Running on the decks is an obvious hazard that should be prohibited. Guards can often use situations like this as a way to point out safety rules to swimmers.
Now, you boys were running. And when I said stop running, well, I want you to look at this. See what's happened to this young boy. Running around the deck, he slipped, and he's ready to fall down and crack the back of his head. Maybe hurt himself badly. Also, you want to be considerate of other people, because in running around, you may not fall, but you may run into somebody else and hurt them. And you wouldn't want that to happen, would you? We don't want you to get hurt, because we want you to come back every day, all summer long, and swim. But we want you to swim and have fun, and swim safely.
Diving areas are another built-in hazard at most pools. For everyone's protection, the diving area should be physically separated from the swimming area. Here it is done with a lifeline. No swimmers should be allowed in the diving area. Hazards in the diving areas can be minimized by being sure that only one person at a time is allowed on the diving board. One bounce to the dive, with all dives made from the front of the board. All divers should be required to swim directly to the exit point before the next dive is made. Diving from the pool deck into the diving area is dangerous.
Hey son, don't dive in front of the board.
And alert guards will prevent it. The same goes for diving into shallow water.
See, it's only 3.5 feet deep here. Even with a racing dive, you may hit the bottom of the pool. So if you want to make that kind of dive, go down where it's about 6 feet deep. That way it'll be a lot safer, all right?
Even well-designed swimming facilities have blind spots, areas which are difficult for the guard to see because of the sun angle or physical obstructions. It's a good idea for the guard to send an aide to keep an eye on swimmers in blind spots. By the way, one of the most often neglected blind spots is right under the guard stand. At camps and lakes that have organized groups entering and leaving the waterfront area, a tag check-in system is strongly recommended. Each swimmer is assigned a number, and as he enters the waterfront, he places his tag in the in column. When he leaves, he puts it back in the out column. This system gives guards and instructors an easy and immediate way of accounting for all swimmers. Just as pools should have the diving area separated, camp waterfronts should have separate areas designated for different water activities. This well-designed waterfront has a diving area at the far end and enough swimming areas of different depths for several classes to be carried on simultaneously. Lifeguards are always on duty.
Class, count off by one. 1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9, 10.
11, 12, 13.
Now stand next to your buddy.
During swimming classes, and whenever possible during free swimming, instructors and lifeguards should insist on use of the buddy system.
Count off.
Frequent buddy checks like this keep swimmers aware of the importance of having someone in the water with them to help out if necessary.
Group number 1, come back.
No lifeguard can maintain peak alertness hour after hour without breaks. That's why built-in relief periods should be a part of every lifeguard team. A 10-minute break each hour with periodic rotation of assigned positions is one commonly used system. Whatever procedure is used, a lifeguard may never leave his assigned area until he is properly relieved.
Thanks.
In these few minutes, we've tried to point out some of the ways lifeguards can prevent accidents. A good look around your swimming facility will probably suggest to you many common-sense ways you can put these techniques to practical use. In spite of all your efforts, though, accidents and water emergencies occasionally will happen. And when they do, the lifeguard becomes a lifesaver. Specific techniques for handling water emergencies are covered in other films in this series. The job of lifeguarding is not glamorous or romantic. At times it can be monotonous, dull, and exhausting work. But if you approach the job with a professional attitude and keep up to date on the latest skills and techniques, you'll find meaningful rewards, and you'll earn the respect of your colleagues as well as the swimmers you're there to protect.